The right focus wishes you a happy Thanksgiving week, full of rich holiday food, joyous times with people we love, awkward encounters with other people, and a money blast on Black Friday shopping day, which usually extends to Cyber Monday. This episode doesn't fit with our Fall into Poetry series, although it does gift you with poems stuffed with thanks and some poems not so stuffed. No analysis or advice to writers, just poetry. It's a cornucopia of poems to share for Thanksgiving. First poem, There's Nothing Like the Sun by Philip Edward Thomas. There's nothing like the sun as the year dies, kind as it can be, this world being made so, to stones and men and beasts and birds and flies, to all things it touches, except snow. Whether on mountainside or street of town, the south wall warms me. November has begun, yet never shone the sun as fair as now, while the sweet last left damsons from the bough with spangles of the morning storm drop down, because the starling shakes it, whistling what once swallows sang. But I have not forgot that there is nothing, too, like March's sun, like April's, or July's, or June's, or May's, or January's, or February's great days. And August, September, October, and December have equal days, all different from November. No day of any month but I have said, or if I could live long enough, should say, there's nothing like the sun that shines today. There's nothing like the sun till we are dead. Our second poem comes to us from Adelaide Crapsey, who's not much remembered now, but this poem is really good. November night. Listen, with faint dry sound like steps of passing ghost, the leaves, frost crisped, break from the trees and fall. Short and sweet, wasn't it? Here's another short one from Emily Dickinson, supposedly about her visit to Elizabeth Barrett Browning's grave, because Barrett Browning was one of the first really celebrated and renowned poets who was a woman. And here's Dickinson, our Amherst recluse, thinking about her as well. I'm not sure she actually traveled in reality, but for Dickinson, imagination was sufficient enough. I went to thank her, but she slept. Her bed a funneled stone, with nosegays at the head and foot that travelers had thrown who went to thank her, but she slept. 'Twas short to cross the sea to look upon her like alive, but turning back 'twas slow. Our next poem is Thomas Hood's November, which is a rather clever little poem. No sun, no moon, no morn, no noon, no dawn, no dusk, no proper time of day, no warmth, no cheerfulness, no healthful ease, no comfortable feel in any member, no shade, no shine, no butterflies, no bees, no fruits, no flowers, no leaves, no birds. November. Here's November by Annette Wynne. No matter how hard you try, old crying wind, you cannot make us cry. You make the poor leaves sorry, very, but we shall keep on being merry. It's good, it's true. Not all the months behave like you, blowing mean and blowing cold, hurting ragged folks and old, as if you would never be through. But never mind. Right near the end we'll find a time for all to laugh and play. You may be all the month unkind, but after all, you bring Thanksgiving Day, and that makes us glad. And so, cold old month, you're not so bad. And our last poem, another twist. Winter by Robert Southey. A wrinkled crab man they picture thee, old winter, with a rugged beard as gray as the long moss upon the apple tree, blue-lipped, an ice drop at thy sharp blue nose, close muffled up, and on thy dreary way plodding alone through sleet and drifting snows. They should have drawn thee by the high-heaped hearth, old winter, Seated in thy great armed chair, watching the children at their Christmas mirth, or circled by them as thy lips declare some merry jest or tale of murder dire, or troubled spirit that disturbs the night, pausing at times to rouse the mouldering fire, or taste the old October brown and bright. That's all for today. A very short and somewhat sweet episode. Have a great Thanksgiving.